It's time to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick & Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick & Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick & Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stone's Radio Networks.
Welcome into the warm-up. Mark the Phantom Low here with a member of the Potter staff, officially an assistant on the Potter staff, Nate Esposito. Nate, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We're trying to get you up here all season long. First of all, let's get down to business. What the heck's an assistant do?
Yeah, man, the assistant job, huh?
Yeah, you're the assistant.
Exactly. You know, I would say the assistant kind of can take care of individual players' needs, can really work with guys individually, while, you know, the manager, operations, front office, they kind of have to look at the whole picture a little bit.
Yeah, well, when I first heard word that you had arrived, you were pitched to me as a kind of a defensive specialist. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I would agree with that for the most part.
So what makes a defensive specialist? I mean, obviously you can handle the glove, okay,
Yeah.
you can handle the leather, but how do you communicate that to the guys?
Yeah, I would say the defensive specialist would kind of have to really be good at, you know, running the defense, understanding where everyone's supposed to be on certain situations. And, you know, obviously you got to handle the glove, but you got to be able to communicate and help people understand what's going to happen next.
Well, you know, we've seen obviously a lot of games, and a lot of times you play teams that you don't see very often, so you don't do a lot of changing with the alignments. But when you're taking a team on like Healdsburg or anybody in the CCL North, is there scouting that goes on? Are you adjusting your defensive alignment from player to player?
I would say right now, maybe individually, maybe we move the shortstop in the hole, like things like that. But it's difficult in summer league because I've only had the chance to see these guys one time, and I know some of the coaches have seen them a couple other times, but guys come and go, and honestly, the sample size is tough to really just go all out on. Like, I can't shift the whole defense to the left side on 25 at-bats, right?
Yeah, so you're basically kind of matching the defense to what your pitcher does, I guess.
I would say more towards the hitter's strengths.
Okay.
Trying to match with what the pitcher's doing can kind of cause some issues here and there. You know, maybe he's a slider guy. We don't want to go in too much. You know, he's going to start to figure that out and make an adjustment. A good college hitter will definitely do that.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, Nate. How did you manage to find yourself? Again, I heard about you.
Yeah.
I said, hey, Nate's here. I said, oh, my gosh, that's fantastic. But tell us a little bit how your journey and how you got here.
Yeah, so grew up locally, went to Granite Bay High School, ended up having, you know, a decent high school career, got a scholarship to Oregon State. Did the Oregon State thing for 3 years. Didn't end up playing as much as I liked to my junior year. Got in a little party trouble. You know, too much fun. Yeah,
we've been there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I ended up transferring out to Concordia for my senior year. Got drafted by the Royals actually, and did 7 years in the minor leagues, a couple seasons in AAA, and then 2021 was my last season, and I didn't get a contract after that, and I ended up coaching.
Oh, that's great.
Really,
so how did you end up coaching with the Lincoln Potters?
Oh, okay. So actually, I grew up with Marge. He's a few years older than me. He went to Granite Bay High School.
He's a few years older than everybody.
Yeah. And we've always been, you know, kind of talking and communication. So, you know, we ended up talking about it, and he's like, come home for the summer, come coach, and it's been really fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to go back a little if I can. You talked about being in Oregon State and then kind of having to leave and go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we after kids are out of high school and they go to college, we kind of forget about them. Okay, they're on the right track, but there's still a lot of maturing for kids to do, right, when they're in college. And you've got a lot of the kids that are that age here, so you're kind of in a unique position. So you can tell them, hey, this is kind of the pitfalls.
Absolutely.
This is what happens. How much of that are you able to do with these guys?
A lot. I would say that's a big role of mine, kind of trying to keep them, you know, keep those blinders on and kind of lead them in the right direction. Just because, you know, I've done it all. I've experienced a ton. Made great decisions. I've made some bad ones, and I think that hearing it from a guy that's fairly young, someone that recently kind of just did what they're doing, they really listen to that, and they really open up about that. So it's been good. I've gotten through to a lot of guys, and it's been a lot better for sure.
It sounds like that's the same thing that March does himself. He's a little bit older, like you say, but having guys that not only have been done the things at a higher level, but also it was a struggle. It wasn't like an easy path for you guys. You had some obstacles in the way, and hearing I would think that kids hearing that from you, it really carries a lot more weight.
Absolutely, because they all know they're at that age where they're going to make mistakes, where they want to make mistakes. So it's kind of comforting to them, to have some people around that have also done things that, maybe weren't the right decision, and it's kind of helpful to kind of get them right back on the track.
Absolutely. So tell me, you've only been here a little bit, and I know you've probably done coaching before, but how do you find coaching on this level and in front of these fans? It's been a fantastic summer as far as the fans is concerned, and going forward, is that the path you're going to follow?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually was plumbing for a year after I was done playing.
Again, we all do. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And that was kind of what made me realize, I want to coach. I want to get back in there.
I don't want to plumb anymore.
Exactly. But I really take an interest at this level just because it's such an important part of their lives. It can really catapult them to not just baseball, but a job in sales, a job in anything, right?
Right.
So I really like 18 to 23-year-olds. They're sponges. There's a lot less. I don't want to say disrespect, but they have a lot more respect for the guys that have been around for sure.
That's nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So last question I'll ask you. Tell me, and this is tough because you've only been here a while, what guy in the squad, what Potter right now reminds you the most of you when you were coming through Oregon State or whatever?
Yeah, that's a good question. He's a lot goofier than I am, but I would say Nolan Wilson. He's kind of my guy.
Okay.
We grew up in the same area. He played for my dad as well at Granite Bay, and we get each other a little bit. So I would probably say Nolan.
Well,
although he is a little goofier.
He is definitely a lot goofier. I know. I know that. I've heard that around.
Yeah.
Nate, thanks for coming up here. It's been a real pleasure getting to know you and talking to you. Hopefully, we can talk to you again.
Absolutely.
Nate Esposito. He's the assistant on the Potter staff. We're back with more after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Thanks.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Sacrifice fly. Romanowski looks back at Furry. High fly ball, right field. Going back is Lara. Still going back, and it's off the wall. Stanky's going to go into second. Furry's rounding third. The throw is out in the outfield, so it's a double, and going to third on the misplay is Jay Stanky. Team leader and right in the heart of the lineup there at the number 3 spot. Usually playing third base. I know Ryan likes to give his regular guys a little stint at DH every once in a while to take them off the field, save their legs. Walden leading off at first base. Chase Stanky to follow. Here's Perkins pitching. It is grounded slowly to the left of third base. Bobbled at third base, picked up, gunned across the diamond, and gets him at first. Oh, no, he did not get him at first base. Furry beats it out. Close play. Hero is behind the plate. Ryan Broman left. Coleman Schmidt in center. And Kavaris Tears is in right field. That is the lineup for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who are probably the hottest team in the CCL right now. Their record at 10-5. Here's the pitch on the way to Chase Stanky. Line drive left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes Walden. He will score. Furry is right behind him. Trey's going to score as well. That ball is thrown in, but it's going to be a 2-run double for Chase Stanky, and the Potters take a 2-1 lead. 3-1 pitches hit well to left field. Going back is Brome. Still going back. That ball is over the fence. That's a home run. And JT doesn't know it. If I know it before he does, that is strange. JT Walden took the one he hit earlier, straightened it out. Left center field, a 2-run home run to give the Potters the 6-1 lead. And he's got the flag. Stones, look at the flag he's got. He's waving the flag. I don't know where that flag came from, and He was very impressive in that at bat. But right now, it's Nolan McCarthy who singled and grounded out. So he is 1 for 2. That is hit a line drive right to the left fielder. Brum goes over, reaches up. Did he get it? No, it's down over his head. Going around second. Here comes McCarthy. He's going to slide into second. He is out at second base. A great throw, high fly ball. That's well hit to left field. Brum goes back, still going back, reaches up. That ball is out of here. Brennan Roselle, the Fighting Zebra alum, pounds one to left field, and the Potters lead this one 12-3. And somehow he's got the flag too. The flag's up here out of nowhere. Maybe somebody handed it to him. I'll give you that. A 2-run homer.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks. Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
3. Hit high, hit deep, hit out of the park. If it's fair, it is fair. Forget about that one. Justin Olson got a hold of another one, and nobody gets a hold of him like Justin Olson. 2-run home run. Potters lead this one 5-3. Second home run for Justin Olson. 8 runs batted in now. No doubt about well, there was doubt about that one. Would it go foul before it left the Earth's gravity? 1 ball and no strikes. Now, I'm sure the Potters fans will say, well, wait a minute, what about that breaking ball that should have been a strike? That was hit sharply down the third. Hit that one up in the air to left field. Going back is Allen. Still going back, still going back. He runs out of room. That ball's out of here. Peyton Brennan did it again. So, I don't know. Again, it's Texas, so you don't really know. That's hit out to center field, short center field. Jansen's coming in. He falls down, gets up, makes the catch. And then he's going to throw. It's going to come to third. Chamiso cuts it off. The tag is applied, and I think they got him at third base. They did. And I do believe the run is scored. We'll double check and make sure. High fly ball right field. Going back. Forget about it. A pinch hit home run for Luke Lavin. Fourth Potters home run of the game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gaston comes down the line at the third. That's it sharply down the line at third. What a play by Furry. Gets up, throws it across the diamond on a hop to first. What a play by Trey Furry. The runner could not advance. Off first a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Line drive left field. Garrity's going back. He's still going back. Reaches up. And he can't. He got it. The throw comes in. First base relay. Double play. Garrity with an unbelievable catch that no one, including me, thought he caught because he was flying away. He jumps up, sticks the ball up in the air, gets it into the second baseman, Auden, who throws to first for the double play.
Potters fans.
Hello and welcome
Potter
to
up.
McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of Lincoln Potters baseball. Mark the Phantom Low here with my partner, the great Stones McCoy and engineer Riley. And tonight the Potters return to the Bean to host CCL North leading Healdsburg Prune Packers. The second of a 3-game series between the two rivals. The Potters took game 1 last night up in Healdsburg 13-8 behind a combined 7 runs batted in from middle infielders Luke Auden and Patrick Herrera and a sterling effort on the mound from left-hander Arthur Steinkamp. 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, and a very big W. Prune Packers remain atop the division by 3 over Walnut Creek and 9 over the Potters, so Lincoln needs another win tonight to remain a factor in the race for the postseason. We'll have it all for you, and it all starts with the first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Network.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens. A husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. We're a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
And good evening again, everybody, and welcome to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. A beautiful night for baseball here in Lincoln as the Potters will take on the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Mark the Phantom Low back here with you, along with Engineer Riley and the great Stones McCoy lurking somewhere in the background with intern Jack, otherwise known as Bulldog. And so we're getting ready for the first inning of this one. The Potters won last night in Healdsburg 13-8, and the Potters, with that win, improved to 25-17 on the season overall and 12-12 in league play, which is important because they are fighting the Sonoma Stompers for third place and a postseason berth, and the Stompers are well out ahead of the Bay Area Admirals already today in the top of the sixth inning. That is 11-4 for Sonoma. Otherwise, in the CCL North, the Crawdads are making short work of the Mudcats. They lead them 13-4 in the top of the ninth. This is the other CCL North game being played today, and it'll be Colin Riley, the right-hander, out of Seagirt, New Jersey, and Tulane University, who takes the mound against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Colin 1-0 with a 2.79 ERA so far this season. 9 2/3 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts and 8 walks for Colin Riley. And he'll face a lineup of Prune Packers, a very impressive lineup. Robbie Hamchuk, the center fielder, leads it off. Then Blake McDonald, the catcher, batting second. Hitting third is Hunter DeRoe, the second baseman. Ivan Bredauer, the first baseman, the right fielder, batting the cleanup spot. First baseman is Connor Sharpio. He's batting fifth. He will be ahead of Cameron Nickens. Cameron is the DH. He's hitting sixth. Then Peyton Schultz, the third baseman. Alex Leopard, the left fielder. And Kyle Russell, the shortstop, batting ninth for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. They come in at 33-4 on the season. Chris Stamos is the pitcher for the Prune Packers when that time comes. But right now it's the Prune Packers on offense as Colin Riley finishes up his warm-up tosses. The right-hander, as we said, from my favorite hometown this year, I think, is Seagirt, New Jersey, 6'2" and 200 pounds for Colin, out of Tulane University. Potters with their powder blue jerseys, orange lettering, white pants, and blue socks. Healdsburg just wearing out what I call the wine country burgundy and gray. That's a little darker than burgundy this time for the undershirts for the Prune Packers. As Willie Preston, the best in the business, blaring the Sympathy for the Devil out over the speakers as we're ready to get started. The ball going down to second from Luke Lavin, the catcher for the Potters, was at the defensive alignment after this batter, but we'll start off with the batter, Robbie Hamchuk, the center fielder who comes to us out of San Jose State University. Robbie hitting at .410 on the summer with 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. 2 for 5 in the game last night between these two teams. Also, he had a home run in that game, one of 3 home runs for the Prune Packers. And here we go with the first pitch. It is a fastball in there for a strike at 87. Prune Packers had an 8-7 lead after 5 innings in that one. Then Arthur Steinkamp came out of the bullpen for the Potters, shut him down over the last 4 innings, and Lincoln scored 6 times, including 4 times in the 9th for the 13-8 win. But this is a new day, and the breaking ball is high, 1-1. Potters 9 behind the Prune Packers in the CCL North. Second place is Walnut Creek, the Crawdads. Before today's game, which is almost certainly a win, that one's fouled back, was 3 behind the Healdsburg Prune Packers. The second and third place teams play off in a 1-game playoff in the CCL North, and they'll take on the number 1 team for the North Division Championship and advance to the state playoffs. Here's the 1-2. Hit sharply right out to second base, scooped up by Patrick Herrera, over to first for the out. So Hamchuk is retired, 4-3, 1 out, and here's Blake McDonald, the catcher. And while we take time for Blake to walk up to the plate, let's go over that defensive alignment. Ben Higdon's in left today, Tyler Garrity in center, Dominic Rodriguez out in right field, Zach Chamiso moves over to third base, Luke Auden the shortstop, Patrick Herrera, the aforementioned, at second, Ruben Church the first baseman, Luke Lavin behind the plate, Colin Riley on the mound, and Peyton Brennan is your designated hitter, as here is McDonald. Swing and miss off speed pitch. Blake at .284, a home run, and he's driven in 10. Out of Santa Rosa, California, senior at the University of Arizona. Right-hander against the right-hander, Colin Riley. Just getting started here. That one's fouled straight back to the screen. 86 miles an hour from Colin Riley. Potters up and down the last 4 games. They won a big road game last Friday in Walnut Creek, then came back and had a 5-0 lead at home on Saturday and lost that one 9-6. That's in the dirt for a ball. Then on Sunday, a slugfest with the Crawdads, won by Walnut Creek 18-16, and the Potters came back last night, went up to Healdsburg and won. So they're 2 wins in the last 4 games, both on the road. They lost the only home game they had, and they are back at home today. There's a ground ball to the left of shortstop, picked up by Luke Auden on the run, guns it across the diamond to first base for the second out. And that'll bring up Hunter DeRoe, who is very, very hot all summer for the Prune Packers. .458 for Hunter, 7 home runs, 29 runs batted in. He was 2 for 4, and he had a home run in last night's game. Hunter out of Vacaville, California, and also San Jose State University. Right-hand hitter steps in against Riley. A couple of ground outs for the Prune Packers up till now. Ivan Bredauer, the right fielder in the cleanup spot, he is on deck. He's a relatively newcomer to the Prune Packers. Big break ball high and outside, so it's 1-0 to Hunter DeRoe. 2 for 4 with that home run last night. 29 runs batted in on the summer. Swinging and a miss at the fastball. 86 miles an hour from Colin Riley. 1-1. Good-looking crowd out here on a Wednesday evening. Very pleasant day for baseball. Barry Zito or somebody wearing his jersey sitting right in front of us. That's pretty exciting. Probably the latter. 2-1 now as that breaking ball misses outside. Hobby with his quesadillas and tacos isn't here today, so Fat Cat's going to have a lot of work to do. 2-2 as he fouls out one bat. Bill over at Fat Cat's going to be busy all day long as it's a great-looking crowd out here, and they're going to get hungry. That's going to happen. You know. And I tell people you don't want to eat before you come out to Potters games, and it's definitely true. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hunter DeRoe, 2 outs here in the first. Outfield pretty much straight away for Hunter. That's down in the dirt, 3-2. Full count on Hunter DeRoe. Sun plays a part in everything that goes through probably about the first 4 or 5 innings at this time of the year, especially in the left side, even in the infield on a high chopper for Chamiso at third and Auden at short. 3-2 pitch, hit down to Chamiso, but it's a foul as Zach tries to backhand it, and it goes past him down into the bullpen area for the Prune Packers. So it's 3-2 once again. Tyler Garrity is straight away and deep in center field. And Rodriguez is out in right field. He is also straight away and medium deep. Van Higden in left field. Here's a 3-2 again from Riley. That's in the dirt ball 4. So he chose not to challenge Duro, and Hunter is on for the first base runner of the game, and that will bring up Ivan Bredauer, the right fielder. Ivan from Revere, Massachusetts, and the University of California at Santa Barbara, which is probably more pertinent. Aaron, the broadcaster from the Prune Packers, was trying to explain the whole Massachusetts thing, and I kind of zoned off after a while, so I didn't really get the whole thing. Big right-handed hitter, though. Here's the pitch. It is down low for a ball, or no. Don't have any stats for Ivan, as I believe this is his second or third game. Good lead at first by Duro. Here's the pitch. It's hit high up in the air to the right side and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ivan Bredauer. Just getting started here, top of the first, 2 outs. Duro gets the walk on the 3-2 pitch. Ivan Bredauer, 6'6" and 245 pounds, and I will attest to every bit of that from here. Duro leads at first base, not a huge lead. 1-1 pitch is high with a fastball at 86 for 2-1. So a couple of ground outs from Hamchuk and McDonald, then Duro works the full count walk. I guess Riley the engineer was listening more. Ivan is not from Massachusetts, but his parents are from Massachusetts. Okay, thank you, Riley the engineer. Well done, sir. 2-1 pitch. Inside corner, nice taking something off that for Colin Riley. 2-2. Massachusetts, not easy to say. So I'd rather somebody was from Rhode Island or somewhere because it's much easier to say. Here's the 2-2. That one's very high, even to the 6'6" Bredauer. 3 balls and 2 strikes for the second straight hitter here. On deck is Connor Sharpio, who's no bargain at .413 on the season. Duro will be going on the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs here in the first, and there he goes. Fastball in there, call strike 3. Beautiful pitch at 88 from Colin Riley. No runs, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Packers nothing. Potters coming to bat.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the first inning. Prune Packers did not put any runs up on the board, so the Potters will try to take an early lead. Luke Odden, the first hitter, then Zach Chamiso and Ruben Church, the first 3 for the Potters against Chris Stamos, the left-hander out of Altadena, California. 6'4", and he's been really, really good so far this summer, 2-0. He has an ERA of 0.00, 15 innings pitched, 25 strikeouts, and just 4 walks. He pitched 4 innings against the Potters back on June the 14th and gave up just a single hit in the game won by the Prune Packers. So here is Luke Odden, .286 for Luke, .527 for the on-base percentage. He's driven in 11. Fastball is inside. He scored 18. Just game number 17 for Luke out of Georgia Southern University. Stamos from the stretch has popped up right side. Coming in is Bredauer, and he's got a beat on it, makes the catch in short right field for the first out. So Luke flies to right for out number one. Defensively, as far as the Prune Packers are concerned, Alex Leopard out in left field, Ivan Bredauer in right, as we said, Robbie Hamchuk in center field, Peyton Schultz at third, Kyle Russell at the shortstop, Hunter DeRoe at second, Connor Sharpio at first. Behind the plate is Blake McDonald, Chris Stamos on the mound, and Cameron Nickens is the DH for the Prune Packers. And here is Zach Chamiso, swinging and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Actually fouled that one off at the plate. Zach at .325. Scored 22 runs, driven in 14. He does have a home run. 0 for 5 in the game last night for Zach Chamiso. He's up here against the tough left-hander and Chris Stamos, and he fouls that one away. A fastball at 89 from Chris. 0-2 on Zach Chamiso. Ruben Church, who's been hot lately, on deck. A couple of Potters have been hot. Nolan Wilson is 8 for his last 10. He's not in the lineup right now, but I'm sure pinch hitting duties arise, he will be the first guy that JP calls. Outside for a ball. 1-2. Delightful interview in the pregame on the warm-up with Nate Esposito, the new assistant on the Potter staff. Another guy with some professional experience that can communicate some life lessons to the players. And we are lucky to have him here. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. So 2 outs quickly on the Potter side here in the first inning. And here's Ruben Church out of Maryville, Tennessee, and the University of Kentucky. And Ruben, as we say, has been swinging a good bat. He's at .364 on the summer. 2 home runs, and he's driven in 11. Just his 8th game. And he has scored 6 runs. .567 OBP for Ruben. Takes the first pitch a little bit high at 87 from Chris Stamos. 1 ball and no strikes. Peyton Brennan, the DH, is on deck. Another Potter that's been swinging a hot bat lately. 1-0 pitch just misses that outside corner, so it's 2-0. To Ruben Church, and Ruben obviously trying to get something he can drive with a 2-0 pitch coming up from Stamos. Chris with the stretch. Breaking balls outside, so 3 balls and no strikes on Ruben Church. And again, Ruben, summer ball 3-0 is usually just a green light. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen, so there's that green light. 3 balls and 1 strike. Brennan to follow for the Potters. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And Church waits the 3-1 pitch from Stamos. Hits one well to right field. Moving back is Bredauer. Now he's got it right in front of the track for the 3rd out. So Church hit it very well, but hit it right at Ivan Bredauer out in right field. 1-2-3 for the Potters. We go to the second. Potters nothing. Prune Packers nothing.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second out here at McBean Stadium. A great crowd out here to watch a little bit of baseball. We go to that top of the second with no score. Connor Sharpio, then Cameron Nickens and Peyton Schultz, the first three hitters for the Healdsburg Prune Packers against Colin Riley, who gave up a base on balls and got a strikeout in that first inning. Sharpio out of Santa Rosa Junior College, headed for Long Beach State, and his first pitch is a ball. So he is hitting at .413 on the summer. 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He had a home run in last night's game. Breaking ball just a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Nickens and Schultz to follow Connor. And you can see that Fat Cat's doing a great job. That one is also high. As the dogs and the brats are coming up in the stands, you can see Riley the engineer that people have kind of caught on to the fact that Fat Cat's the place to go tonight. And they are definitely taking care of it. Cowbells are coming out. It's a 3-0 pitch. It's right down the middle, 3-1. Took something off that at 84. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Connor Sharpio. Open up the top of the second here from McBean Stadium. That one is also in there for a strike. 3-2. Three-two pitch coming. Swing, did he go? I think he did. Now he's going to have to pick it up, Luke Lavin. He'll throw it down to first to Ruben Church, and a big strikeout of Sharpio is coming all the way back from 3-0. Colin Riley got him on a breaking ball, the 3-2 pitch, and that'll bring up Cameron Nickens. Cameron at .354 is the DH today for the Prune Packers. 5 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Cameron out of the old-fashioned sounding town of Magnolia, Texas, in the University of Houston. I think our buddy Zach Arnold played at the University of Houston this year. Also taken in the Major League Baseball draft, part of legend. One of our favorites. 1 ball and no strikes to Cameron Nickens. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball from Colin Riley. Even accounted 1 ball and 1 strike. Peyton Schultz on deck for Healdsburg. Another breaking ball. That's in there for a strike again. So the off-speed working so far for Colin Riley here in the second inning. He's ahead of Cameron Nickens, but Nickens, as we said, 5 home runs, so he's a dangerous right-handed hitter. High for a ball. 2-2 now. Oh, Riley the engineer is the luckiest person in the world. His dad, the famous Stones McCoy, well, allegedly. 2-2 pitch, look out. The bat goes somewhere, but the ball goes into the catcher's glove, so it's a strikeout for Riley. Second in a row, third of the game, and I'll bring up Peyton Schultz. Riley, turn the camera back on yourself. I want to show people what it is that you got going over here, because this is insane here. Turn it around, show yourself, show Riley the engineer. See if you can do that. This is also a test for you. There you go. Now I want you to show. There comes Dad in the back. All right, show what he's got. Look at that. He's got and it kind of looks like a Dodger helmet. So that's the only thing that's wrong. But there you go. See, now you got to show the ice cream to the people, not the. There you go. Now you figured it out, folks. We're still a work in progress. It's only been 6 summers. Thank you, Riley the engineer. There are some people who think you didn't exist, and so I had to go ahead and put you on there. Swing and a miss. With a special shout out to Ben's mom, Ben Higdon's mom, Carol. I think her name was Carol. Back in Kentucky. She always asking about Riley the engineer, and now she's seen him, and he's got ice cream, and that looks so good. That one's hit well down the left field line. Giving chase is Higdon, and he's not going to be able to get it. He's going to right up to the fence in left field. Ben picks it up and gets it back into the infield, but it's a double for Peyton Schultz. First hit of the ball game, and it gives the Prune Packers a runner in scoring position and brings up Alex Lempert, the left fielder. Alex from Sebastopol, California, Santa Rosa Junior College, tremendous program at Santa Rosa Junior College, member of the Big 8 Conference, left-handed hitter hitting .320. He steps in with 2 outs and a runner at second. That's as up close as personal I've ever been to the ice cream in the helmet, and that's astounding. And I love the way that Riley and his dad, they showed me the spoon. I didn't want to see the spoon on camera. That is in there for a strike. I wanted to see the ice cream. And after a while, they got it, figured it out, turned it to the right angle. Professionals, as they are. Kyle Russell, the number 9 hitter on deck, but right now it's all about Alex Leopard, left-handed hitter. Auden trying to keep the runner close at second, swinging a miss on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 against Alex Leopard. 2-out double by Peyton Schultz. Peyton came in at 342, so no surprise there. Third baseman at UC Berkeley. 0-2 coming up from Riley. High fly ball, right field. Short right field, second base goes out. It's going to be a pop second base, and then it's Patrick Herrera to make the play. So good job by Riley to retire. Leopard with the runner at second, a hit, but nobody in. And we go to the bottom of the second. Potters nothing, Packers nothing.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the second inning. Hopefully you enjoyed the Stones cam there between innings and saw Piper. I didn't really notice. Riley, what was Piper doing? He do okay? Shooting people with the I like that when he shoots people with the water gun. That's fantastic. If you're going to lose, go down in flames and go down shooting people with water guns. I love that. All right, so Piper, a good loss. No egg on your face. And we go to the bottom of the second. Peyton Brennan, Dominic Rodriguez, and Ben Higdon in here against Chris Stamos, who retired the Potters 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, extending his scoreless streak to 16 innings. Now Willie Preston, the best of the business, he's pointing out Riley and his chocolate ice cream. You can't let that melt now, Riley. You got to go ahead. I know you're very busy working hard up here. Left-hander against left-hander again. Brennan at 324 on the season. 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Swinging and a miss off speed pitch. Peyton from Rockland, California, and UCLA. 0-1 from Chris Stamos. Swing and a miss again. That one another off-speed pitch. That one down in the dirt. 0-2 quickly on Peyton Brennan. 26 strikeouts now in 16 innings for Stamos this summer. The left-hander delivers. Check swing is high. Did he go? No, he did not. That was at 88 from Chris Stamos. So a pretty good fastball and an excellent off-speed pitch from this left-hander at 6'4". That's hit sharply down the first base line, but foul over by the Potters dugout. Potters wearing the powder blues today with white pants and blue socks. Slightly closed stance from Peyton Brennan. Waits for the 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt, 2-2. So he laid off that one this time and even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Potters won the game between these two yesterday, 13-8 in Healdsburg. On a seesaw affair. Potters have been playing some really interesting games as they played the Crawdads and the Prune Packers, the 2 top teams in the CCL North. 2-2 pitches inside, 3-2. A big win on the road against Walnut Creek Friday, then a tough loss on Saturday as they came out to a 5-0 lead, including a 3-run home run by Peyton Brennan. Here's the 3-2 from Stamos. Hit sharply out toward shortstop, picked up by Kyle Russell across the diamond, and he got him at first base just by a half a step, if that. Now, Stamos reached out with his bare hand to kind of try to make a move on that ball, and it's a good thing it did not hit his hands because you don't want a pitcher sticking that hand out there. Russell came on and had to gun it across the diamond to get Brennan, and he did by that whisker over there. Here's Dominic Rodriguez hitting at .250. Had a 4-hit game against the Crawdads. Here's the pitch. That is outside and low. 1-0. Brennan really got down the line quickly. Ball was not hit that hard. Ben Higdon to follow here in the second. That's popped up by Rodriguez out of Turlock, California, and San Joaquin Delta College. Dominic has 5 runs batted in. Just playing his 9th game for the Potters. Scored 7 runs, drove in 5. High fastball from Stamos, right around 88, 89 with his fastball so far. 2-1 on Rodriguez. Potters back home, play on the road tomorrow at Healdsburg, then back home against Walnut Creek on Friday. That's sharply chopped down to third base, handled by Peyton Schultz. He takes his time across the diamond and gets him by a step for the second out. So Rodriguez bounces out to Schultz at third base, 2 outs, and Ben Higdon will be the hitter. Ben at .253 on the season, 3 home runs, and he's driven in 13 runs. He scored 17 runs out of Paducah, Kentucky, in the University of Kentucky. He's had Potters back at home on Friday against Walnut Creek. That's slated for a 6:35 first pitch. Higdon takes inside. But it's supposed to be very warm on Friday, so keep your eye on social media, etc., to see if maybe they move that one back to 7:15. But right now it's 6:35. Swing and a miss by Higdon, 1-1. And it's a huge night because it's Harry Potter night. So, I mean, usually you get Harry, you get Hagrid. Mrs. McGonagall has made an appearance. Swing and a miss again by Higdon. 89 from Stamos, 1-2. So it's we'll see who's out here on Friday, but it will be a cornucopia of Harry Potter stars. Hopefully we'll get Snape out here. Hit sharply out towards second base, handled by DeRoe. Takes his time, throws to first, and gets him by a step. So 3 groundouts for the Potters in the second. We go to the third. 0-0.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the third inning. No score so far to be Kyle Russell. Then the top of the order, Robbie Hamchuk and Blake McDonald against Colin Riley, who has 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, has allowed 1 hit, 2 base runners. He gave up a walk in the first inning. Forgot that tonight was ladies' night. There's several, I think $2 off a wine, and there's $5, a 12-ounce, I got to check, it's Stella Rosa, I believe. So enticing for the ladies to come out tonight, and a great crowd out here on a Wednesday night, on a very nice baseball-friendly Wednesday night. And here's Kyle Russell, the shortstop, who was also today's dueling dog batter, which means if he strikes out, 50% off Dueling Dogs products down at the Brick and Barrel backyard down the first base line. First pitch is in there for a strike. Kyle hitting it to 226. He comes to us out of University Place, Washington, and Washington State University. The shortstop for the Prune Packers. Here's the 0-1. It's high up in the air down the right field line, but I think it's going to out of play unless Ruben Church gets over. And many thirsty fans tell Ruben Church to get away from it as it hits on top of the awning out there in the BIP section down the right field line. So it's all happening down the right field line. BIP, Brick and Barrel, 2/3 of the way to 50% off, and this crowd looks like it could use it. Couple of dueling dogs. 0-2 coming up from Cullen Riley. Hit out towards shortstop. Auden has it and delivers it over to first base in time. So not a strikeout, but an out nonetheless. One down here in the third, and Robbie Hamchuk coming to the plate. Robbie was 0 for 1 so far tonight. Grounded to second back in the first inning to start the game off. Came in hitting .410 for the Prune Packers out of San Jose State University. 2 for 5 with a home run in yesterday's game up in Healdsburg. Won by the Potters 13-8. Again, they'll play the third game of this series, and that'll be the last the Potters will see of the Packers tomorrow night in Healdsburg. Usually that's 6:05 in Healdsburg. You can make the trip if you want to go over there or listen to our buddy Aaron on Healdsburg radio. Another breaking ball. That stays high, 2-0. Hamchuk, and then followed by Blake McDonald here. 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. That's hit high up in the air, short center field. Now coming back into the infield, knocked down, and Herrera has it. So knocking those down very quickly out there and bringing them back to old Patrick Herrera. 2 outs, and Blake McDonald coming to the plate. Blake grounded out to shortstop his first time up. The catcher out of Santa Rosa, California. 6-footer, 200 pounds. 197 according to the roster. 1 home run, 10 runs batted in for Blake. Takes that one outside. Goes back to the backstop. Luke Lavin behind the plate for the Potters in this one. That's high for a ball. Looking at the scoreboard, there's late rallies by a couple of teams in the CCL North. Stompers now leading the Admirals 11-6, and that's in the bottom of the 8th. And the Crawdads had a 13-4 lead over the Mudcats. It's a big chopper down the third, and Chamiso has it on the run across the diamond and gets him at first. Good inning by the Potters. Crawdads quickly leading the Mudcats 13-9 in that ball game in Walnut Creek. 1-2-3 for the Packers in the top of the third, and we go to the bottom of the third. Still no score.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the third, no score so far in this one. Chris Stamos has retired the first 6 batters he's faced for the Potters. He'll go up against Patrick Herrera, Luke Lavin, and Tyler Garrity. And Patrick Herrera is very, very hot lately, 5 for 8 in his last 2 games. He's homered in both of those games. He's raised his average to 346 on the season. He has 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. He lifts that one up in the air toward right field, going out to second baseman, coming in the right fielder, Brett Auer, and he'll make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and that will bring up Luke Lavin, the catcher, out of Laguna Beach, California, headed to Stanford University. Luke at 242 on the summer and 2 home runs, left-hander against left-hander, with Tyler Garrity to follow. Stamos from the stretch delivers that one down low for a ball. 1-0. Luke Lavin at 6'1", or 6'4". That's what I thought. 6'4", pretty tall for a catcher. Of course, we had Daniel Susak here, who was also very tall for a catcher. He did all right. Hit to left field, and the left fielder can't see it. Then he finds it. Nice play out there in left field by Alex Leopard. Looked like he couldn't see it, but it was right at him. And he managed to make out the orb coming through the sky and made the catch. So another good hit, well-hit ball by the Potters, but 2 outs, and here is Tyler Garrity, the center fielder. Tyler comes to us from Seneca, Kansas, and the University of Kansas. He steps in here with an average of 282, 2 home runs, and a robust 17 runs batted in. And he is the only obstacle to Stamos going through the Potters lineup 3 times in a row here. Hits it sharply to left to shortstop, or left to third into left field for a base hit. Right in the hole for Tyler Garrity, the first hit of the game for the Potters. He is at first base with 2 outs, and here's Luke Auden, the switch inning shortstop, who flied to right his first time up. So Tyler didn't let a lot of time go by. He took the first one, he liked, hit it to the left of Peyton Schultz. No chance for Peyton to make a play on it. And over at first base is Tyler Garrity, and Luke hitting a 286 coming in. Takes a fastball in the inside corner at 89 for a strike. 0-1 to Luke Auden. 1 hit for each team now. Short lead for Garrity at first against Stamos. Here's the pitch. Fastball is in there again at 88. 0-2 on Luke Auden. Luke hitting right-handed against the left-hander Stamos. Fastball high for a ball. 1-2. So Stamos bringing out the fastball 3 times in a row, right around 88 and 89 miles an hour. That one missing a little bit high. So another shot for Luke Auden. No home runs so far for Luke in this one. He watches that one in there, and did he go? No, he did not, I don't think. And it's going to be 2-2 on Luke Auden. He's picked up 21 walks on the summer. His on-base percentage, .527 coming into this one. 2-2 coming up from Stamos. Short lead by Garrity at first base. Pops it up to the right side, and that's going to be out of play. So Luke will get himself another shot. We are in the bottom of the third inning. 2 outs for the Potters. Garrity with the first base hit for Lincoln. A solid single to left field. Outfield straight away for Luke Auden. Pretty deep in center is Robbie Hemchuk. Staring down Garrity at first. Here's the pitch. It's hit into the hole, into right field this time as the runner was going. He will make third. Garrity took off, and a bouncer right into the hole, vacated by second baseman Hunter DeRoe. And 2 hits in a row for the Potters. Moving all the way to third is Garrity, and it's first and third now in Zach Chamiso. Zach at 325 struck out in the first inning, and he has to know that Grandma and Grandpa Chamiso flagged down Stones McCoy before the game and had a little chat with Mr. McCoy about things. Set him straight on a couple of things, I think, and Stone said, I kind of like those guys. So they're in the house checking out Zach. Let's see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out. Takes that one outside for a ball. So 8 retired by Stamos. All of a sudden, a couple of base hits for the Potters. And Chamisa with a 1 ball, no strike count. He's got 14 runs batted in on the season. He does have a home run. Line drive. That's caught by the shortstop, Kyle Russell. What a play by Kyle Russell at shortstop. That one headed to left center field. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We go to the 4th. A disappointed Potters crowd. Nothing for the Potters, nothing for the Packers.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori. And she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for
you. Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 4th here. Kyle Russell's sensational catch robs the Potters of a run, so we're still nothing. Hunter DeRoe, then Ivan Bretthauer and Connor Sharpio, the first 3 hitters for the Packers against Colin Riley, who's given up 1 hit over 3 innings and struck out 3. DeRoe got a base on balls back in the first inning. Hunter sporting that .458 average, 7 home runs and 29 runs batted in. And a Potters Stones Radio Network's happy birthday to JoJo Villarreal, one of our favorite Potters. He's enjoying a birthday today. First pitch is just a little bit outside. Stones wanted me to mention it about JoJo, one of his favorites. That one's in the dirt, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Hunter DeRoe. 2 for 4 with a home run yesterday. Pops that one up right side out of play. 2-1. Coming right over here and does not hit the tarp over the fans here, who are very comfortable in this one. Really great crowd out here, especially for Wednesday, although it is ladies' night, and there are several drink specials aimed at the ladies. 2-1 pitch is hit sharply into left field for a base hit. So DeRoe's got himself a base hit. He's 1 for 1. Second hit off Colin Riley, and it brings up Ivan Bretthauer. Took a call, 3rd strike back in the first inning. Ivan 6'6", 245 pounds. UC Santa Barbara for Ivan. We're number 27 for the Prune Packers. They've got the leadoff runner on here in the 4th. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Colin Riley out of Seekert, New Jersey. 6'2", 200 pounds. The right-hander checks DeRoe over at first. He's going to throw over to first base to Ruben Church. So 0-1 on Bretthauer. Connor Sharpio on deck. Creeping off first is DeRoe. To the plate, Riley, a good-looking pitch in there again, an off-speed pitch, 0-2 on Bretthauer. He got the call, 3rd strike on a fastball back in the first inning. Of course, that was a 3-2 pitch as well. He's up to 0-2. Popped up right side. Herrera again making a call right at second base and makes the catch for the out. That one way up there by Bretthauer, but it came down. Third one that's come down to Patrick Herrera already. And that'll bring up Connor Sharpio. So here's Sharpio. Struck out on his first appearance. Takes a fastball outside. 1-0 on Connor from Santa Rosa Junior College. Headed to Long Beach State, batting at .413 on the summer. Hit sharply to the right of shortstop. That's into left field for a base hit. Higdon picks it up, gets it in quickly, but 2 on with 1 out for the Prune Packers as Sharpio comes through with the second hit of the inning, and that brings up Cameron Nickens, who struck out his first time up. But Cameron hitting at .354 out of Magnolia, Texas. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Peyton Schultz on deck. 2 on and 1 out for the Prune Packers here, top of the 4th. That one is in there again. 0-2. Cowbells are going out here. Trying to get Colin Riley past Cameron Nickens here with 2 on here in the 4th inning. That's in the dirt. Picked up. Nice job blocking it by Luke Lavin. Keeping Duro at second base. He was looking for a chance to take off, but Luke kept it right in front of him. Was able to collect it quickly and get it back to Colin Riley. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. These two teams meeting again tomorrow up in Healdsburg or over in Healdsburg. That's fouled out of play to our right. That'll conclude the season series. Already concluded with the Sonoma Stompers, so 3 to go against Walnut Creek. Then 3 to go against the Mudcats, and then 3 against the Admirals, and that's the end of the regular season. 5 games at home after tonight. Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday for the Potters. 1-2. Check the runner at second. Duro coming off. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nickens. First threat for the Packers, although they did have a runner at scoring position back in the second inning with 2 outs. And Leopard grounded to second base. That's outside in the dirt, 3-2. So had him 0-2, now it is 3-2. Nickens, right-handed hitter against Riley, the right-hander. Let's see if Duro is taken off from second base on this 3-2 pitch with just 1 out. He is not. Swing and a miss off-speed pitch. Beautiful pitch by Riley. He gets the point from catcher Luke Lavin. 4 strikeout for Colin Riley, and that will bring up Peyton Schultz, who doubled to left field his first time up. Came in at .342 and is 1 for 1 in this one. Out of Berkeley, California, and UC Berkeley. Right-hand hitter steps in. Alex Leopard again on deck. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply to the right of shortstop. Nice play out there by Auden to second. He got him at second. What a play. Luke Auden at shortstop to rob perhaps the Packers of the first run of the game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Packers nothing, Potters nothing.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the fourth, no score. Watching the Lincoln FC team participants in the air guitar, and they're doing a circle. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's doing breakdancing in the middle. I don't know this is the way they drew it up in practice as far as the air guitar contest, and I don't see how you pick a winner. I give it to the entire football club. The Lincoln FC is the winner for me. I'm sorry, Riley. I know you don't want him to win because you didn't like the program, the celebration, the kind of planned circle thing. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm going to give him the prize anyway. Here's Reuben Church leading off here in the bottom of the fourth for the Potters. Peyton Brennan and Dominic Rodriguez to follow him against Chris Stamos, who escaped giving up his first run of the season thanks to a brilliant play by shortstop Kyle Russell in the bottom of the third. Here's Church, who lined to right his first time up. That's outside for a ball. Took something off that, I would say. It's 67 miles an hour. So it's 1-0 on Reuben. He hits it sharply down the line. What a nice backhand down there by Schultz. Gets up, throws, and he throws it off line. It's going to go down the right field line. Church is going to hold put, though. And I think they're going to go ahead. I think they'll give him a base hit on that because that was a tough backhand by Schultz to try to get Church at first, and he had to make a very long throw. So Church with a single to open up the fourth inning here. Then Peyton Brennan will be the hitter. Peyton grounded to shortstop back in the second, so he is 0 for 1 so far, 324 on the summertime out of Rockland, California. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's right down the middle for a strike at 87. Schultz coming in to confront the bunt threat, but it was not put into play. Now he's going to stay even with the bagger a little before that here. Here's the 0-1 from Stamos. Brennan lines that one foul over by the dugout of the Prune Packers. Scatters everybody over there, but it's quickly 0-2 on Peyton. Dominic Rodriguez to follow, then Van Higden. For the Potters here in the fourth, no score. A couple of great defensive plays by the respective shortstops kept runs off the board. That's in the dirt outside. Kyle Russell and Luke Odden. Peyton has 3 home runs. He has 16 runs batted in. Short lead by Church at first base. Lays off that one outside, 2-2. Good take by Peyton Brennan. Two coming up to Brennan. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Got him on strikes. 1 out. And Dominic Rodriguez, who grounded to third his first time up. Last time, as we mentioned, about a month ago, a little over a month ago, Stamos pitched against the Potters, went 4 innings, gave up just a single hit. That was in a Prune Packers win back on June 14th. The Potters already with 3 hits in this one, but still have not scored. And here's Dominic Rodriguez, who is yet to get his first home run on the summer, and I think this would be a nice spot to plop it in right here. He takes it down low and outside for a ball, 1-0. 5 runs batted in for Dominic out of Turlock, California. He's a Turlockian or a Turlockite, or I don't know what he is. Foul back to the screen. I'll have to work on that. A native of Turlock, I guess is what you say. Probably that's it. 1-1. Attends San Joaquin Delta Community College. 6'4", Dominic Rodriguez. Church still over at first base with 1 out now. 1-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Takes a fastball in there for a strike at 88. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Rodriguez. Ben Higden waiting for his chance on deck. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning from McBean Stadium on a perfect night for baseball. Fastball in there, strike 3. Perfect pitch. Right on that inside corner. Rodriguez is out on strikes. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Stamos. That is 3 for Chris. And here's Ben Higden, who grounded his second his first time up. Ben came in at 253 for the summertime. Takes a fastball outside for a ball. Has 3 home runs. I'd like to see 4, but I said that about Dominic, and I jinxed him, so I can't do that to Ben. Church still over at first base. That's high and inside, so Ben quickly ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Patrick Herrera has been one of the hottest potters with the stick. He is on deck. Church takes his lead. 2-0 pitch coming up from Stamos. Higdon takes high, ball 3. 3-0 now on Ben Higdon. Again, probably with the green light. In summer ball, trying to find something he can hit off the left-hander Stamos. That's right down the middle for a strike. At 90, Stamos hits 90 for the first time tonight on the fancy technological system that we have devised here at Potter's Games, which is just Riley wetting his finger and holding it up in the air to see how fast the ball was coming. Swing and a miss. That one also at 90, and it is now a full count. So Church will be going over at first base. Sharpio will not hold him on over there. 3-2 now on Ben Higdon. Activity in the Potter's pen. Now, looks like Stamos is asking Sharpio to come in closer so that he doesn't get a big lead. That's line foul down the left field line. Over the screen and over the bounce house and everything over there. So they were given Reuben Church free rein over at first, but then Stamos waved Sharpio back into the picture so he wouldn't be able to get that big lead. Here's the 3-2 again. That is a breaking ball, call strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for Stamos in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. Prune Packers nothing, Potters nothing.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 5th, which means it's time for a minute with Coach Mike Margeman down in the Potters dugout. Coach, how are you?
Fan, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I noticed you told Riley not to walk out there too quickly so you had more time on the air. Is that true?
Oh, I just, got to get some FaceTime or I guess voice time right now. So, a nice little stroll on out there. Give your boy a few more seconds here.
Yeah, you got to get a little air time. That's what we call it, Coach.
Heck yeah.
I talked with Nate Esposito before the game. What a delightful guy he is. And one thing we didn't talk about, Coach, is yesterday's game, the barn burner that you guys had against Healdsburg. That's a huge win for you guys to pull out on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. A polar opposite to this one going on right now. No, it was good. I mean, we were kind of, we talked about it was about the second inning, and we're like, all right, boys, this is going to be a barn burner, and ended up being that way, and a lot of good swings on both sides, and it was really good to see. It was probably one of the better games that we've played, all year, and so it was really good to see, and guys making adjustments and continuing to battle, and that's a sign of a resilient team. So it was great to see yesterday.
Yeah, you guys got in a streak of those. I mean, the last Friday against the Crawdads and Saturday and the Sunday against Walnut Creek were kind of crazy affairs, and then last night. So it's that kind of that time of the season. You're playing tough teams, and every game means something.
It does, and this is where it comes down to, right? It's. We talked about earlier in the year what kind of are our rocks. We want to be gritty. We want to, play the game the right way. We want to be held accountable, those type of things. And, there are things we could do better, of course. But, the way the guys that are competing and fighting, even in Walnut Creek, I think we were down like 7 runs, and the guys put up like 5 in the ninth, or whatever it was. It was incredible. So, guys not giving up, continuing to compete. That's really all we can ask from these guys.
Coach, finally, Colin Riley, we haven't seen that much of him, just under 10 innings on the summer. He's kind of stretching it out today. What do you like what you're seeing?
Yeah, he's mixing everything pretty well. It's really good to see with the breaking ball. He's throwing it well. A nice little rest. And for him to get on, get some innings in the starting role will be good. He'll be starting for us here moving forward. And, it's really good to see him kind of getting a little routine here, kind of know what days he's throwing and kind of gearing up and, being able to do that. So it'll be nice to see and just some consistency for him, and getting innings going forward.
Great talking to you, Coach. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again on Friday.
You got it. Thanks, Phantom.
Coach Mike Margeman. Minute with Mike from the dugout as we are into the top of the 5th inning now, and Alex Leopard at the plate with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Alex grounded out his first time. He hits that one hard down the first base line, but foul. It's like JoJo was warming up a little bit. The birthday boy JoJo Villarreal was warming up for the Potters down in the dugout or down in the bullpen. Riley into his 5th inning of work. He's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Leopard. He'll be followed by Kyle Russell, then Robbie Hamchuk, 8, 9, and 1 for the Prune Packers. That's in the dirt, 2-2 on Alex Leopard out of Santa Rosa Junior College. Yeah, I'm glad Mike mentioned that game against Walnut Creek on Sunday. Potters were down 18-11 going into the top of the ninth and closed it to 18-16 by the time the game was over. And you like that. That's the hallmark of Potters teams. They never give up, and that's exactly what happened. Here's the 2-2. It's hit down the first baseline, foul, and that one not as hard as the last one. So the protector down there who's guarding the bullpen, that's an easy pickup for him. And I think we got a broken bat for Alex Leopard. So he will get himself another one from Kyle Russell and come back to the plate with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 3 hits for the Prune Packers so far in this one. 2 of those back in the 4th inning when they had 2 on with just 1 out, but a strikeout and a good play by Luke Otten ended that inning. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, and the tag is made. Out on strike is Alex Leopard. So a break by Riley, the breaking ball into the dirt, but he got the swing and the miss. And here's Kyle Russell, who grounded short the last time up. He's made a brilliant defensive play. He's also disappointed Potter fans when he grounded to short back in the 3rd inning because he is the Dueling Dogs batter, which means if he strikes out, 50% off Dueling Dogs products at the Brick and Barrel backyard down the first baseline. Hits that one up in the air, right side, out of play. So we're 1/3 of the way there with 1 out here in the 5th. Robbie Hamchuk, the top of the order on deck. Russell, the right-handed hitting shortstop out of University Place in Washington, 6'2". Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike that Coach Mike Margeman mentioned that Riley has been able to rely on that breaking ball so far here today. 9 2/3 innings coming in. He's working in his 5th inning right now in this one. Here's the 0-2. Looks like Colin really wanted to get that 50% off for the fans as he threw that one, a little bit overthrew that one. And here's a couple of fans who just made the bonehead move of going to get beer right before the Dueling Dog batter. I mean, you don't know they're going to strike out, but you got to hold out hope that could happen. That one's fouled back to the screen. I mean, you got to have, that's what you have to have a scorecard so you can keep track who's the Dueling Dogs batter. Okay, so he's going to be up 3rd in this inning, so I don't want to go buy beer yet. I'll wait till he bats, then I'll go see. Then I'll go see if the market is better for me. 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him on strikes. 50% off Dueling Dogs, and more importantly for the Potters, 2 outs here in the 5th, and Robbie Hamchuk coming up to the plate. And there's the migration down to that. That's what I like to see, a migration down to the Brick and Barrel backyard after the 3rd strike. 50% off, and these guys are probably kicking themselves because they went too early. Hamchuk out of San Jose State is grounded to 2nd and then grounded to 2nd, so he is 0 for 2 in this one, 4-10 on the season. High for a ball. So he is a dangerous hitter. Had a home run in last night's game up in Healdsburg. That's 6 strikeouts now for Riley. Takes something off that one, but it's high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Blake McDonald to follow if Hamchuk reaches. Activity in both bullpens. Hit high in the air to center field, moving over is Garrity. He's got a beat on it in right center and makes the catch. So another good inning for Colin Riley. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Prune Packers nothing, Potters nothing.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the fifth, a new pitcher for the Prune Packers. It's Michael Rice out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and UC Santa Barbara. He takes over for Chris Stamos, who was brilliant again. 4 innings, 3 hits, and no runs. He struck out 4, didn't walk anybody, and has stretched it to 19 innings on the season. 29 strikeouts, and still a 0.00 ERA. Will not factor in the decision as Michael Rice comes in to face Patrick Herrera, Luke Lavin, and Tyler Garrity here for the Potters in the fifth. So Stamos goes 4. Michael Rice takes over. And here is Patrick Herrera, who's 346, fly to right his first time up. Fourth appearance for Michael Rice, 11 innings. He has started 2 games, given up 7 hits. 0.82 ERA for the right-hander. Check swing, and that's in there for a strike at 91 to Herrera. Patrick with 3 home runs. Homered yesterday, homered on Sunday, so 2 homers in his last 2 games. Breaking ball inside corner for a strike. 0-2 to Patrick Herrera. Rice wearing number 9 out on the mound. 6'2", 190. Chopped out toward shortstop. Going to be a tough play out there for Russell. Throws it across the diamond and gets him by a step at first base. So Herrera's retired on a ground ball to Kyle Russell. 1 out, and that will bring up Luke Lavin. Left-hand hitting catcher lined out to left field his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Out of Laguna Beach, California, 242 with a pair of home runs and a dozen runs batted in. Left-hander against right-hander. Here's Rice's first pitch. It is in there for a strike at 91. So right at 91 again. Stamos topped out about 80, 88, 89, although he did hit 90 on occasion. So I guess that means he topped out at 90. Inside for a ball. 1-1, Tyler Garrity on deck. Potters looking to get on the board first in this one as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 hits for the Potters. Outside for a ball. 2-1. 3 hits for the Prune Packers. Prune Packers will have the meat of their lineup 2, 3, and 4. In the top of the 6th, Potters trying to put something on Michael Rice and the Prune Packers here in the 5th. High line drive out to center field. Coming on, it's not going to get there. Hamtruck's going to let it bounce in front of him, and Lavin has himself a clean base hit. Luke got on top of that one, put some topspin on it. Hamtruck came in, saw there was no chance, and played it on a hop wisely. So Lavin at first base with 1 out, and here's Tyler Garrity, 4th hit for the Potters. Garrity got the first hit for the Potters back in the 3rd inning. He grounded one into left field between 3rd and short. So Tyler is 1 for 1, and Lavin is down at first base. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Tyler Garrity. He looks down at 3rd, getting some info down there. Luke Odden to follow. Good lead at first by Lavin. They're going to throw over there quickly, and he's back in under the tag from Connor Sharpio. Pretty quick move to first base for the right-hander Rice. Checks the runner again. He's ready to go 0-1. Garrity swings and misses. 0-2. Tyler out of Seneca, Kansas, and the University of Kansas steps back in 0-2. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. So Garrity's down on strikes. 2 away here in the 5th, and Luke Odden, who was flied to right and singled. Up here, he'll bat left-handed against the right-hander Michael Rice after batting from the other side against Chris Stamos. Zach Chamiso on deck, but here's Luke Odden. Came in at 286, and he's 1 for 2 tonight. On-base percentage, .527. Here's the throw over to first base again. Almost got away over there, but flagged down by Sharpio. Odden settles in from the left side. Fastball is in there. Top of the strike zone for a strike. 0-1 on Luke. He bounced one into right field his last time up from the right side of the plate when Garrity was taken off on a hit and run. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Zach Chamiso to follow. Activity in the Potter's pen. Colin Riley has gone 5 innings for Lincoln. Throw over to first base again. You heard from Mike Marshman that Colin Riley is going to be the regular midweek starter, or one of them, for the Potters, and that's good for him to know that he's got a spot every week. He's going to go out there and take the game over. That's a slice down the left field line, giving chase. Is it going to be a fair ball? It is not. Giving chase was Leopard out there, but couldn't get there. The ball dropping foul. That would have been trouble, as Lavin was already around second when that ball hit the ground. So he probably would have scored had the ball been fair, but it wasn't. So it's 1-2 on Luke Odden. Luke coming to us from Scottsdale, Arizona, and Georgia Southern University. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lavin short lead at first. Odden takes call, strike 3 outside corner. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Rice, 1 hit for the Potters. We go to the 6th. Potters nothing, Packers nothing.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Top of the 6th, Potters make a pitching change. It's the birthday boy, JoJo Villarreal, coming out to take over for Colin Riley. Colin with 5 innings of work, 3 hits and 6 strikeouts. He walked just 1. Gave up no runs, of course. And JoJo with an 0-1 record and a 3.86 ERA. Coming out here. It will be his 6th appearance. He has started 2 games, 9 1/3 innings. JoJo has struck out 9 and walked 3 in those 9 1/3 innings. He will face Blake McDonald, then Hunter Durow, and Ivan Bredauer. 2-3-4 in the lineup for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Prune Packers are 22-4 in conference play. Potters are 12-12. See if we can get some final scores on those earlier games. Crawdads 13, Mudcats 9. That's a final. Also a final, Stompers beat the Admirals. That final was 11-7. So the Stompers continue their hot play as of late as they're putting pressure on the Potters for the third spot in the CCL North. Potters, as we said, are 12-12. Stompers now are 12-15. Crawdads improved to 19-6 in conference play. So they're trying to close the door on the Prune Packers. If the Potters could beat the Prune Packers tonight, then the Crawdads would just be 2 games out of first place. But that's a tall order, and we are in the top of the 6th now. JoJo Villarreal will face Blake McDonald, who's grounded out twice, the catcher out of Santa Rosa, California, and University of Arizona steps in here against JoJo as JoJo exchanges last couple of words with catcher Luke Lavin. Zach Chamiso's at third for the Potters tonight. Luke Hodden out at short. Patrick Herrera at second and Ruben Church at first. Dominic Rodriguez is in right. Tyler Garrity center. Ben Higdon left. And as we said, Lavin behind the plate. And here's the first one to Blake McDonald here in the 6th. Breaking ball is inside for a ball. 1-0 from JoJo Villarreal. JoJo out of Corpus Christi, Texas, and Texas Southern University. Another breaking ball that misses the outside corner, so it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes on Blake McDonald. Hunter Durow and Ivan Bredauer to follow. That's hit well into left center field, giving chase as Higdon still giving chase. He's not going to be able to get there. It's up against the fence. McDonald will motor into second base with the leadoff double. 4th hit for the Prune Packers, and now the dangerous Hunter Durow comes to the plate. He has walked and singled in this one, came in hitting .458. Playing at second base for the Prune Packers today out of Vacaville, California, and San Jose State University. Right-handed hitter against the left-hander JoJo Villarreal. McDonald out at second base, outfield straightaway and deep. Durow had a home run in last night's game. Fastball is down low. 1-0 on Hunter Durow. Ivan Bredauer on deck. Two doubles in the game so far for the Prune Packers. Schultz and McDonald. Breaking ball, call strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Good location by JoJo on that one. Keeping it in on the hands of Hunter Durow. Shadows over most of the field by now. Couple of little places with sun. Another breaking ball. Same spot, same result. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hunter Durow. McDonald leads out at second base. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Same idea from JoJo, but that one a little bit too far inside, and it evens the count at 2-2 on Durow. 7 home runs, 29 runs batted in the summer for Hunter. A .458 average. 2 for 4 in last night's game with that home run. 2-2 coming up. Grounded out sharply to the right of shortstop. It's cut off by Auden, but he's not going to be able to make a play. It gets through into left field. Luke got up like it looked like he had the ball, but he wasn't going to make a play, but it got out to left field, just doing a little decoy. I think the only guy fooled was me. So 2 hits in a row for the Packers. They have first and third and nobody out, and Ivan Bredauer is coming to the plate. Durow, a perfect position on his 2 base hits, just right between third and shortstop. Bredauer has struck out and popped out, so he is 0 for 2, but he's up here with nobody out and 2 on here in the 6th. Breaking ball is just a little bit too high. 1-0. Connor Sharpio, first baseman on deck. Check at the runner at second base, the 1-0. In the dirt, nice block by Lavin. 2 balls and no strikes. McDonald opened up with a double in the 6th, a single by DeRoe, so first and third and nobody out. Potter straight away and deep on Brett Auer. Hits it sharply but foul down the third base line. Right behind his third base coach. He didn't even really look at it. 2-1. 6'6", 245 pounds. Ivan Brennauer of the UC Santa Barbara. Playing in right field for the Prune Packers. Lashes that one to left field, and that one is gone. And it's a fair ball and a 3-run home run by Brett Auer, and he hit that one very, very, very hard, and it was out here very quickly. 3 RBIs for Brett Auer. McDonald and DeRoe score in front of him. Third hit of the inning, 3-0 in favor of the Prune Packers. Got it right where he wanted it right there and turned on it. The only question was whether that one was going to stay fair, and the umpire indicated yes, it did. And the Prune Packers now lead to 3-0. Here's Sharpio, who has singled and struck out. Fastball outside, 1-0 on Connor out of Santa Rosa Junior College and Long Beach State. That one is high for a ball. 2-0. 2 teams meet again tomorrow in Healdsburg. Potter's back home on Friday. They start a weekend series against Walnut Creek. Friday and Sunday will be home games in that series. Breaking ball's in there for a strike. 2-1. Friday's Harry Potter night. So come out and check out Harry. Usually Hagrid's here. That's in the dirt, 3-1. Ron Weasley sometimes makes an appearance. All the big names. Hermione traditionally does not show up. Hopefully that can change this year. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that is ball 4. So Sharpio gets the base on balls. He reaches base for the second time tonight. That'll bring up Cameron Nickens. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound before that. We'll step away for 30 seconds here. And we are in the top of the 6th inning. The Packers lead at 3-0. Brock Raggets makes his visit out to JoJo. He is ready to go here against Cameron Nickens, who struck out in the 2nd and in the 4th, but he's hitting .354 with 5 home runs on the summer. Pitches in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Peyton Schultz on deck for the Prune Packers, who have scored 3 times here, a double, a single, then a home run by Brett Auer. JoJo's going over to first base and just fails to get Sharpio. He had him leaning the wrong way, but Connor was a little bit too close to first base to get the pick off. So it stays 1 ball and no strikes on Nickens, the DH today, out of Magnolia, Texas. Chopper out toward third. Chamiso has it. He's going to go to second for 1, back to first. That's a nice double play. Potter's 5-4-3. Chamiso to Herrera to Church. Pitcher's best friend, so there's 2 outs now, and that will bring up Peyton Schultz. Schultz doubled in the second inning and then had almost a base hit in the fourth, but it was robbed by Luke Auden, who made a fine play at shortstop and threw to second for a force out. So Peyton is 1 for 2. Takes a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Out of UC Berkeley, Peyton Schultz. .342 coming in with a pair of home runs this summer. Hits that one down the left field line, but foul into the bullpen area, which is quiet right now for the Prune Packers. Quickly 0-2 on Peyton Schultz. Schultz 6'1", 215. Just misses with the outside fastball. 1-2 on Peyton Schultz. He's followed in the order by Alex Leopard, the left fielder, hitting the number 8 spot. That's in the dirt with a breaking ball. 2-2 on Peyton Schultz. 3 runs in for the Packers here in the 6th. Breaking ball just a little bit too high. 3-2. Good idea by JoJo, but just a little bit too high. And it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Schultz. Hit foul down the left field line. And the third base coach is kind of waving the white flag over there. Said, okay, I've had enough of them at me this half inning. Ready to take a break. 3-2. Cowbell's coming out in force for the Potters. Hit out toward shortstop. Nice play by Auden. And it gets off the top of his glove into left field. Luke had to go to his right and try to get in front of that one. Just got by him. It's a solid single for Schultz. 4th hit of the inning for the Prune Packers, and that will bring up Alex Leopard, the left fielder. Grounded out to second base and struck out so far. Now I think we've got a pinch hitter here, or Alex is a switch hitter. Damian Bravo is going to be the pinch hitter. He lines one over second into right center field for a base hit. Going around second for Schultz. He's thinking about going the throw behind him, and he is back in safely. So Bravo hit for Leopard, singled up the middle. Almost throw behind by Tyler Garrity at second base, but Schultz gets back. So Bravo gets a hit, and that will bring up Kyle Russell, the shortstop, who is still the Dueling Dogs batter. I mean, they're behind 3-0 now, but still the Dueling Dogs batter. We don't lose all vestiges of society just because we're behind 3-0. Russell hits a ground down. It's backhanded by Chamiso, knocked it down across the diamond. Actually goes to second to try to get the force at second, but it's not in time. So it is a fielder's choice. I think that might be ruled a single. I don't think he would have been able to get the runner at first base. And so it will be an infield single for Kyle Russell. Loads the bases. And here's Robbie Hamchuk. So here's Robbie Hamchuk with the bases loaded. Breaking ball swung on and missed, 0-1. Schultz at third, Bravo at second, and Russell at first. Really nice play by Chamiso. Thought he might rifle it across the diamond. He chose to go to second base, but not in time. Swing and a miss again, that one in the dirt. Hamchuk has grounded to second twice and flied to center, so he's 0 for 3. Came in at 4-10 for the Prune Packers. And he's up here in a big situation now as it's a 3-0 score, but the base is loaded here with 2 outs. Oh-2 coming from JoJo. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Got him on strike. So 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Packers now lead this one 3-0.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company. a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the sixth, Potters now with an uphill battle. They trail it 3-0. Michael Rice on for his second inning. Gave up a hit but struck out 2 back in the fifth. He'll face Zach Chamiso, Reuben Church, and Peyton Brennan, 2-3-4 for the Potters as they try to get something going here in the sixth. Stompers and Crawdads have won already in CCL North action here today. Or not here, but in Northern California today. Throw goes down to second base. So we're going to assume that Damian Bravo is in now in left field in place of Alex Lippert. Brett Auer still out in right and Hamchuk in center. Schultz, Russell, DeRoe, and Sharpio across the infield, and behind the plate, Blake McDonald. And here's Zach Chamiso, who struck out and then was robbed by Kyle Russell back in the third inning of a base hit and probably at least one RBI. Fastball's in there for a strike. 0-1 on Zach out of Lincoln High School and Sierra College. Grandma and Grandpa are here today to watch him play. Takes a fastball, but that's inside, so it's 1-1. That came in at 325. 21 runs batted in. Takes that one, it's inside, so it's 2-1. Two balls, one strike on Zach, opening up here in the bottom of the sixth inning. He takes that one outside. So Zach kind of working as a leadoff man. Takes that one down the middle. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes on Chamiso, opening up the bottom of the sixth here. Hits that one out of play, and breaking ball from Rice. Chris Stamos started for the Prune Packers and was very, very good. 4 innings and 3 hits. He struck out 4. Didn't walk anybody. Extended his scoreless streak to 19 innings. Here's the 3-2. He reaches out and punches that one down the left field line and out of play over by the bounce house. So it stays 3 balls and 2 strikes on Zach as the Potters trying to come back after the Prune Packers put 3 on the board. Potters have activity in their bullpen, a right-hander throwing. Fouled back to the screen, so Chamiso holding tight here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Anthony Perez on foul ball duty returns that one to the umpire. 3-2. Fouled away again by Zach Chamiso. At another off-speed pitch from Michael Rice out of Las Vegas, Nevada. University of California at Santa Barbara. 6'2" right-hander. Ball. Call strike 3 inside corner. Chamiso thought he had the base on balls, and Rice gets credit for the strikeout. And that will bring up Ruben Church for the Potters. Ruben has flied to right or lined to right and then had an infield single, so he is 1 for 2 in this one. Came in at 364. Out of Maryville, Tennessee, Ruben Church. Inside corner with an off-speed pitch. 0-1. Church chops that one foul back to the screen. So it's quickly 0-2 on Ruben. 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in for Ruben. Playing just his 8th game for the Potters. Fastball outside at 91 from Michael Rice, 1-2. Peyton Brennan to follow, then hopefully Dominic Rodriguez here in the 6th for the Potters. Breaking ball slice foul down the right field line over the top of the Brick and Barrel backyard out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes still on Ruben Church. Three in the top of the inning for the Prune Packers. That's the only scoring so far in this ball game. Ivan Bretthauer with a 3-run home run. Church swings and misses at a high fastball. So 2 strikeouts for Rice. He struck out 3 in a row, make that 4 in a row now. And Peyton Brennan coming to the plate. He is grounded to short and struck out. So Peyton is 0 for 2. Came in at 324 in this one with 3 home runs. Out of Rockland, California. Trying to get something started as the Potters, with 2 outs here in the 6th, they trail it by 3. Right down the middle at 91 for a strike. Swing and a miss that when he took something off. 0-2 quickly on Peyton Brennan as Rice trying for his 5th straight strikeout. It's lined to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Giving chase is Bretthauer, but Brennan's going to round first and head for second. The throw comes in a little too high, and that's a double for Peyton Brennan. Second hit for the Potters off of Rice. A 2-out double from Peyton Brennan. That brings up Dominic Rodriguez. As Peyton got all over that 2-strike pitch and hit it down the right field line. Bretthauer got to it very quickly, but Brennan was thinking double from the get-go, and he slides in. As the throw just a little bit late and just a little bit too high. And here's Dominic Rodriguez, who struck out and grounded to third so far in this one. His first bat against Michael Rice. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Rodriguez from Turlock, California. San Joaquin Delta College. Came into today's game at 250 on the summer. Hits that one foul down the first base line, another off-speed pitch. Quickly 0-2 on Dominic. 5 hits for the Potters in this one. Yet to push across a run against Healdsburg. Brennan takes the lead on the 0-2 pitch. Gets away from the catcher and going down to third base on the pass ball will be Peyton Brennan on an outside fastball. Almost looked like it went through the webbing of the glove for Blake McDonald behind the plate. He goes out to talk to the pitcher, which makes you think maybe that wasn't the pitch that was supposed to be thrown. But it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And 90 feet away, the Potters' first run in the position, or in the personage of Peyton Brennan. Ben Higdon on deck if Dominic can keep the inning going for Lincoln. Rodriguez hits it softly, and it is into right field for a base hit. Rodriguez comes through with an RBI single, and the Potters are on the board at 3-1. Perfect positioning by Dominic, his 6th RBI of the season. Put it to the left of DeRoe, and nothing Hunter could do about it. He's out into right field and trying to get across is Peyton Brennan. So 3-1 now. The Potters with a little bit of a comeback, and here's Ben Higdon, who's grounded to second and struck out so far. Swings and misses at a fastball at 91. Couple of 2-strike hits for the Potters, a double and then a single. They're on the board. Outside, evens the count at 1-1 on Ben Higdon. Patrick Herrera to follow. It's all about Ben now. Grandma's watching, hopefully in Florida, checking out Ben, giving him the good juju. He waits for the 1-1, but the throw goes to first instead. No tag made over there as Rodriguez is back. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's fouled off the top of the catcher's glove and back to the screen. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's Anthony Perez sprinting out there. Sometimes he gets into the slide, but maybe not when the team is behind. I know Riley's a little disappointed. He likes to see Anthony scoop that foul ball up. So it's 1-2 on Ben Higdon. Swing and a miss, high fastball. Potters score, but they leave 1 on. We go to the top of the 7th. Healdsburg 3, Lincoln 1.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 7th, Potters trail at 3-1. Eric Vassar from Sac City College is your new Potters pitcher. The 3rd pitcher, Riley went the first 5, then Jojo Villarreal went the 6th inning, and now Vassar on making his, looks like his 9th appearance of the year. 15 innings pitched, 11 walks, and 18 strikeouts, 15 hits allowed by Eric. The right-hander will take on 2, 3, and 4 for the Prune Packers. Blake McDonald, Hunter DeRoe, and Ivan Bredauer. We are in the top of the 7th inning. 3-1 all the scoring done in the 6th inning for both squads. 3-run home run by Bredauer accounted for the 3 for the Prune Packers, and an RBI single for Dominic Rodriguez. Played Peyton Brennan for the Potters for their only run. So 3-1, and here's Blake McDonald, who grounded out to short, grounded out to third, and then doubled to start the 3-run inning for the Packers. So he's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And here's Vassar. He steps out, and I think time was called. I think the umpire's like, take it easy, giving him the hands up sign. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. It's from Sac City College. They are ready to get going. They get down to business right away in the Big 8 Conference. So here we go, trying it again. McDonald out of Santa Rosa, California. Breaking ball's hit sharply but foul down the third base line. So 0-1 on Blake McDonald. A home run and 10 runs batted in for Blake. Takes that one inside for a ball. Comes in at 284 on the season. and is 1 for 3 in this one. Giroux and Brennauer to follow. That's outside, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Top of the 7th. Teams meet again tomorrow in Healdsburg, 6:05. First pitch in that one. Breaking ball's hit sharply out towards short. Auden waits for it. Going to bounce it over to first base in time for the out. So McDonald's out 6-3. Luke got that one kind of on a off his back foot, let it go, and bounced it perfectly over to Reuben Church at first for the out. Here's Hunter Giroux, who's walked, singled twice. 458 coming in. He scored a run, 7 home runs, and 29 runs batted in for Hunter Giroux. Scored back in the 6th inning after singling. So here's Vassar's first pitch. It is a strike, fastball, 89. 0-1 on Hunter Giroux. That's a breaking ball in the dirt. So it goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Ivan Brennauer on deck. Top of the 7th here from McBean Stadium. There's another breaking ball. Missed the inside corner somehow. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Hunter Giroux. Playing at second base out of Vacaville, California. Breaking ball's popped up right side out of play. So we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Fouled out of play. Down the right field line again. Down where that's out down by the Brick and Barrel backyard. Last inning for beer, too. So that's an important inning down there. Beer sales cut off at the end of the 7th. And even though it's ladies' night, even wine sales have to be cut off. Breaking ball just inside. Vassar thought he might have it. But it is now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Giroux. I mean, we can bend the rules somehow for ladies' night, but, sometimes they're hard and fast. You can't change them. Breaking ball's hit foul down the third base line toward the bullpen, which has activity for the Prune Packers. Potters right now is quiet. Might be a left-hander down there for Healdsburg warming up. Stamos went the first 4, then Michael Rice has gone the last 2. 3-2 pitch. Chopped down to third. That is foul. Chamiso circling in on it. Picks it up. They'll throw that one out of play. Anthony Perez brings out some new ones for the umpire. So 3-2. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Healdsburg with the 3-1 lead. Potters won the first of the 3-game series last night up in Healdsburg. Kind of a different game at 13-8. That's squibbed out toward shortstop. Odd's going to come in and get it on the run. Over to first, and Giroux is out by a step. So Hunter Giroux is retired for the first time tonight. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Ivan Brennauer, who struck out in the first and then popped up in the 4th, but left no doubt about a 3-run home run in the 6th. That's the difference in this ball game. He hit it down the left field line. It was a question whether it would stay fair or whether it would break the sound barrier. I think it did both. And he is up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the 7th. Vassar's off-speed pitch is swung on and missed. Nice pitch by Eric Vassar. Wearing the old number of Potter legend Logan Bell, number 27. Going to do that number proud of a Potter's legend. Foul back to the screen, so it's 0-2 quickly on Ivan Brennauer. Connor Sharpio to follow. Brennauer in the order. 0-2. That's in the dirt on an off-speed pitch. 1-2. 3 in the top of the 6th, 1 in the bottom of the 6th. That's all the scoring so far in this one. And it's going the Prune Packers' way right now. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, according to the first base umpire. And he gave it the cool safe sign, too. He didn't just go say. He kind of cocked the head to the side and gave it the safe sign. So you know he was right. 2-2. I mean, you do it that cool, you're gonna be right. Breaking ball is not a strike. That's all I can tell you about it. It's 3-2. You saw it. You saw it as well as I did. 3-2. Riley the engineer just shakes his head because he's already had ice cream and a helmet. Now had a chicken sandwich. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch. Good inning for Eric Vassar. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Potters trail this one 3-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the seventh, Potters trail 3-1. Patrick Herrera is going to be the first hitter for the Potters, and I'm going to kind of put my foot in my mouth more than usual here because you're not supposed to see anything unless you really know. There was a guy who came up to the booth on Saturday, said he was from Arizona, and said how much he liked the broadcast and how much he watched. I think it was Patrick's dad. I'm not sure. I've done all my research. I didn't catch his name when he came up. He was just the nicest guy. So if it is Patrick's dad, thank you for coming up, and I'm glad you enjoyed the broadcast. If it's not Patrick's dad, my apologies, and thanks for enjoying the broadcast anyway. So I cover all the bases there, Riley the engineer. That's what you got to do. Go back to your chicken sandwich. We got a baseball game to go to. Herrera's 0 for 2 in this one. Takes that one on the inside corner somehow for a strike, 0-1. Luke Lavin and Tyler Garrity, the next two after Patrick, who's homered in 2 straight games. Check swing, did he go? I don't think he did. We're not even going to ask, so it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. High pop-up, left center field. Bravo giving chase. He's in position, and he makes the catch at about waist level for the first out. So Herrera flies to left field. 1 out here in the 7th, and Luke Lavin, who was flied to left field, actually lined out to left field, and he has singled, and I think he's going to see another pitcher as they had a left-hander warming up, and here comes the manager for the Prune Packers. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll step away, come back with the identity of that new pitcher. Bottom of the 7th, Potters trail at 3-1.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Gooseport Public House, we have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
New pitcher for the Prune Packers in the bottom of the 7th is Carter Benbrook out of Carmichael, California, Tulane University. 1-0 on the season, a 6.23 ERA. This is his 5th game. 8 2/3 innings, an impressive 14 strikeouts and 2 walks. He's given up 12 hits. So he will face Luke Lavin, left-hander against left-hander is the thought process there. And here we go. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Potters trail at 3-1. Tyler Garrity to follow Luke. Check swing. Did he go? I don't think he did. And they're going to call it a ball because finally they're listening to me. 1-0 on Luke Lavin. Benbrook out of the stretch. Delivers in there for a strike. Didn't waste any time. It's like Potter legend Trey Furry and Potter legend Ryan Stevens in the crowd tonight amongst the throngs for this one. Lavin takes a breaking ball. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. Checking this one out as the Potters trail at 3-1. I think the umpire is telling Carter Benbrook, hey, working a little bit too fast there, partner. I need time to catch my breath, you know. And he's going to explain that also to Blake McDonald, I think. So 1-2 on Luke Lavin. Now he goes to the windup. That's chopped. Big chopper out to the first baseman. He's got it. He's going to have to beat him with the bag. Does he do it? No, he doesn't. Luke Lavin is safe at first base. So Sharpio came over to make the play. Probably the right decision. I don't know if Dureau would have been able to get over there, but Benbrook was not able to get over there. Lavin runs very well, especially for a catcher, and he is safe at first base with an infield single. 7th hit for the Potters, and now here's Tyler Garrity. As activity is going to pick up again, it looks like, for the Prune Packers. Right now, it doesn't look like anybody throwing for the Potters. So here's Garrity. Lavin leading at first base. Garrity is singled and struck out. Hits a sharper down to third. It's a short hop. Nice play. Throw to second base. Did he get him? Yes, he did at second base. Looked like it might have pulled Dureau off the bag. It was a nice pickup by Schultz. But the ruling is it out at second base, and here comes JP, and he's going to go out and have a chat with the second base umpire. As the ball was to the left of second base, hanging with it was Dureau, and the call, they're going to ask the other umpires for their input on this one. I don't think it'll be overturned. There's a very good short hop over there by Schultz. That's a tough play. He made the throw on the run. And no, they're going to call him safe at second base. So they did overrule it at second base, and now I expect to see somebody coming out of the Prune Packer dugout unless they agree that he was safe at second base. So it's a fielder's choice for Garrity. He's at first. At second is Luke Lavin. And here's Luke Odden, who was flied to right, singled and struck out. So here's Luke Odden, 286 coming in. He's 1 for 3 in this one. Zach Chamiso on deck. Fastball in there for a strike from Benbrook at 86 miles an hour. Benbrook comes down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. So quickly on 0-2 for Luke. Eighteen runs scored, 5 runs batted in for Luke Odden. That one is just inside for a ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here. Potters with a chance to try to cut into this 3-1 lead. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So 2 outs, and Jack Chamiso's the hitter. Left-hander against left-hander. Zach has struck out twice. He's lined out against Chris Stamos back in the 4th, and a great play by Russell. This game would have been much different if it wasn't for that play, but he made it, and more power to him. And there is Zach Chamiso. 0 for 3 for Zach. A tough left-hander here in Benbrook for the Lincoln High product out of Sierra College as well. Fastball outside and low, 1-0. Ruben Church on deck. But it's all about Zach Chamiso right now. Hopefully we get some cowbells going so we can get going on this pitcher, Willie Preston. Check swing, down low again, 2-0. So Zach getting him to his count. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, he doesn't even have to ask for cowbells. He just gets them. He just gets cowbells anyway. That's the power of Willie. Fastball caught the corner for a strike. Top of the zone there. 2-1 on Zach Chamiso, who, remember, was called out on a disputed 3-2 pitch his last time up. Disputed by Riley the engineer, that is. Fastball misses the outside corner, 3-1. So Benbrook right around the plate, but he's behind in the count, 3-1. Chamiso has a home run. He's driven in 14 runs this season. 3-1 coming up. Grounded out towards second base to DeRoe. Sticks with it over to first, and they get Chamiso by a step at first base. So Potters threatened, can't get it done after 7. It's the Prune Packers leading at 3-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Eric Vassar out for his second inning of work. We're in the top of the 8th. Prune Packers avert the crisis in the bottom of the 7th. They lead at 3-1. They'll send Connor Sharpio, then Cameron Nickens, and Peyton Schultz to the plate here against Eric Vassar. Eric with a couple of groundouts and a strikeout in the 7th. His job, obviously, to keep the Prune Packers close enough so the Potters could strike. They almost had it there in the 7th, but 2 more chances for them. Here's Sharpio. Strikeout, a single, and a walk for Connor Sharpio, who comes into the game at .413 for the summer. Swings and misses at a breaking ball, had him bailing out of there. Connor from Santa Rosa, California, has 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. That's fouled out of play, so quickly 0-2 on Connor. That's in the dirt and outside. Looks like Kimball Schussler getting into the on-deck circle to bat for Cameron Nickens in the DH spot. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses, 2-2. So 0-2 to 2-2 here. Leading off the top of the 8th from McBean Stadium. We're back here on Friday against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. 2-2 is chopped foul. That's scheduled to be a 6:35, but if you're coming out, check it because it's supposed to be very warm that day, so it might be pushed back to 7:15 as some games have so far this summer, so make sure before you leave home. And if you're checking us out on Look out, that's the high and inside on the YouTube. Stones Radio Network, so Lincoln Potters Baseball. First of all, thank you for checking us out this season on the YouTube channels or on the Lincoln Potters Facebook. We really appreciate you checking in. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channels, too. It always looks good. Makes the numbers look nice. And then you know whenever we go live. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Vassar comes back to get the strikeout, his second. And Kimball Schuessler. So Kimball comes on to bat for Cameron Nickens. Kimball's out of Llano, Texas, in the University of Texas at Austin. And he'll step up here with 1 out. So you'll be alerted whenever we go live with Potters Action if you subscribe to the YouTube channels. So we urge you to do that outside. Bounce that one outside. 1-0, and we thank you for checking us out all summer long. Sunday is a 6:05 start, I believe, unless weather interferes. That is a fastball in there for a strike. That's also against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Then next Wednesday, we're home against the Mudcats, and then a couple on Friday and Sunday again. So it's Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday these last 2 weeks. Easy to make your plans for that. Breaking ball is hit sharply past third into left field for a base hit. That one hung up a little bit there, and Schuessler took advantage, a sharp single to left field. So runner on, 1 out, and that'll bring up Peyton Schultz, the third baseman. Schuessler came in at 289 with that pinch hit. And here's Peyton Schultz, who is singled, doubled, and into a fielder's choice. Throw over to first base is in the dirt. Nice block over there. Nice catch by Reuben Church handling that short hop. So 1 on, 1 out. We're in the 8th. Damian Bravo on deck. Takes something off. That one just misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner leads off at first base. 1 out here in the 8th. That one is high too. And Trying to take something off that a little bit and couldn't get it down into the strike zone. So Schultz ahead 2-0, the third baseman out of Berkeley, California, and UC Berkeley. Hits one high in the air and deep to center field. Going back is Garrity, still going back. And it's out of here. A home run by Peyton Schultz. Out of left center field, he just crushed one into left center field over the 380 mark. It's a 2-run home run, and the Packers now lead it 5-1. Third hit of the night for Schultz. His third home run. He now has 23 runs batted in. It had the sound coming off the bat. It's to the deepest part of the park, though, and that's the only reason we thought it might hit the batter's eye. Breaking ball is high to Damian Bravo. He came on to bat for Leopard in the 6th inning and singled, so he is 1 for 1. .338 coming into the game for Damian Bravo. So quickly 5-1 now with Schultz 3 for 4 with that home run. Fastball inside. 2-0 at 89 from Eric Vassar. That one is low and outside, so it's 3-0 now on Bravo. Kyle Russell, the shortstop, on deck. Fastball is in there, call strike as the bat's thrown over toward the dugout. He'll have to go pick that up. 3-1 now on Bravo. Damian Bravo out of Haltom City, Texas, and Texas Tech University, 6'1" and 195. Fastball again, that's in there, strike 2. That's at 90 miles an hour for Vassar. A little anger maybe in that one. 3-2 coming up. Hit right back up the middle. Cut off by the second baseman. Herrera tries a first. What a nice play by Herrera, but beating it out is Damian Bravo. Tremendous try by Patrick Herrera at second base. Got it right behind second, was going into left center field and made a perfect throw to first, but just not in time. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We are in the top of the 8th inning. Healdsburg leads at 5-1.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Kyle Russell at the plate as the meeting is over. Breaking ball is in there for a strike to Russell. He is singled, struck out, and grounded out, so he is 1 for 3 in this one. 2 runs in the inning on a Peyton Schultz home run. Damian Bravo with the infield single there. He goes, fastball's high and inside. Throw at second's not going to be in time. A difficult throw by Lavin. He had to go up and get it behind the head of the batter and then try to get it to second base. He made a nice throw, but Bravo had it stolen. So Bravo came off the bench. He's 2 for 2 now with a stolen base. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Kyle Russell. Breaking ball's popped up. It's going to get, I think, out of play. Back behind home plate. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robbie Hamchuk, the leadoff hitter, on deck for the Prune Packers, who now lead this one 5-1. 2 big blows. Ivan Bredauer and Peyton Schultz with home runs, driving all 5 of the runs for Healdsburg. Breaking ball called strike 3. So 2 outs, second strikeout for Vassar. We go to the top of the order and Robbie Hamchuk. I think it's number 3. It's Jaden Duplantier. So Duplantier is going to come up and bat for Hamchuk. So Jaden Duplantier is going to hit. Pops it up down the right side. I think it's going to get up play, and it will. Jaden is out of Houston, Texas, and University of Texas at Austin. Making his first appearance as Hamchuk was 0 for 4 while he was in there. Right hand hitting Duplantier, 6 foot, 185. Lines it right at second base for the out. Herrera standing right in the right place for the out. 2 runs, 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters now trailing at 5-1.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Potters now trail at 5-1. Carter Benbrook still out on the mound for the Prune Packers. The third pitcher, Chris Stamos, went the first 4, gave up 3 hits and no runs. Struck out 4. Then Michael Rice, 2 in the 3rd innings, 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 5. And then Benbrook came on in the 7th inning. Gave up a single to Luke Lavin, but retired the Potters. Here's Reuben Church, right-handed hitter. Struck out, singled, and flied to right. It's a high fly ball, well hit to right center field. Moving over is Brett Auer. Still moving over, reaches up right in front of the fence and makes the catch. So just needed a little bit more on that one by Reuben Church, and he is retired. Hit the ball hard a couple of times today, only 1 for 4 to show for it. Here's Peyton Brennan. He's grounded out, struck out, and doubled. Scored back in the 6th inning, scored the only run for the Potters on the Dominic Rodriguez RBI single. Left-hander against left-hander now. Benbrook out of Carmichael, California. That one is down low for a ball. Church hit it well, but not well enough. 1 out here in the 8th. Brennan takes inside 2-0. A little easier, a little more breathing room for Benbrook. Not a 2-run lead, but a 4-run lead. That's fouled. Might be off of the catcher, McDonald, who went straight to the ground. So hopefully Blake is okay. And since he's a catcher, you have to think he's pretty tough. But that one, he went straight flat on the ground. I haven't seen that before. On the foul ball off the bat of Peyton Brennan. But he seems to be moving around okay, which is good. Now he's jumping up and down in place. So, trying to get the blood circulating, Riley knows about that. That's what you do after you have your first ice cream. You jump up and down, get the blood circulating again. 2-1 pitch misses outside on the strike. Well, okay. My bad, ump. 2-2. Was it outside, Riley? He didn't think so. Okay, my bad. That's chopped foul. Rolled over on a breaking ball, 2-2. I thought Riley would have my back, but no. It doesn't take anything to say, yeah, you were right, Phantom. I mean, it really doesn't. That's okay. That's all right, I'll remember that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 8th. It's hit down ground on first base, picked up over there by Sharpio. He gets it there a step ahead of Peyton Brennan. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Dominic Rodriguez. He has grounded a third, struck out, and had an RBI single. His 6th run batted in of the season, or the summer, for Dominic Rodriguez. Looks like Nolan Wilson. No, I don't think that's Nolan Wilson. That's fouled out of play. Swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly on Dominic Rodriguez. That may just be Ben swinging the bat right-handed. Outside for a ball, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 8th. Rodriguez takes inside and low, and a couple of the infielders on the Prune Packers took off for the dugout, but not this time. Not so fast, fellas. 2-2. Potters has some activity in their bullpen for the 9th inning. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, picked up by the catcher. Flips it down to first base for the out. So 1-2-3 in the 8th for the Potters. We go to the 9th. Potters trail 5-1.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the ninth, 5-1 Healdsburg. Looks like Jaden Bruno out on the mound for the Potters. Out of Wellington, Florida, brother of Ryan Bruno and Stanford University. He will face Blake McDonald, then Hunter Durow, and Ivan Bredauer. 2, 3, and 4 for the Prune Packers. Jaden finishing up his warm-up tosses. Fourth appearance for Jaden Bruno. 0-1 on the season. 2 2/3 innings, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts. Top of the ninth, 5-1 Healdsburg. These two teams meet again tomorrow in Healdsburg. 6:05 first pitch in that one. Then Potters back for a weekend series against the Walnut Creek Crawdads, second place team in the CCL. Friday at 6:35 and Sunday at 6:05 are the listed times. But check your local listings in case there's a heat situation. We might move that back a little bit. Last time we'll see the Crawdads. Next week it is a 3-game series against the Mudcats, and Wednesday will be the only home game of that series. So come back next Wednesday. The Mudcats taking on the Potters, and the Bay Area Admirals finish us off. A weekend series next weekend, a week from this weekend, Friday and Sunday, the home games in that one. So here's Blake McDonald, who's grounded out 3 times and double. First pitch is a fastball at 94, but it's a little bit too high. So it's 1-0 on Blake McDonald. 284 coming in. Fastball is outside. 2-0. Jaden Bruno at 6'3", 220 pounds. Fastball is in there for a strike at 94 again from Jaden Bruno. Working from the stretch, and Blake McDonald turns to the ump, said that sounded high, but it was not. 2-1. Durow on deck, and then Bredauer. High fastball again. That's 95 from Jaden Bruno, but it's a little bit out of the strike zone, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Fourth appearance for Bruno. Fastball inside, ball 4. So McDonald's down to first base, on base for the second time today. Hunter Durow coming to the plate. He's walked, singled twice, and grounded to shortstop. He came in at .458 with 7 home runs. Potters 25-17 on the season, 12-12 in CCL play. This is game number 43 for them. Swing on and missed at 93 by Durow. So he's behind the count, 0-1. Ivan Bredauer to follow. The great Jordan Bajorgensen in the crowd today. That's hit high up in the air and fouled on the right field line. So it's 0-2 on Hunter Duro. Vacaville, California, and San Jose State University for Hunter. 6 foot, just under 200 pounds, according to my roster. 0-2 coming from Bruno. Short lead at first by McDonald. Swinging him. I thought he missed it. And I think he did, but the ball bounced away from Lavin, and going down to second will be Blake McDonald. So it's a pass ball. Thoreau is out on strikes. First strikeout for Bruno, and here's Ivan Bredauer. Struck out in the first, popped out in the second, or in the fourth, and then hit a 3-run home run in the sixth, and then struck out again in the seventh. So the big blow in the sixth for Bredauer. Big blow in this game. McDonald now out at second base. That's chopped foul on a fastball at 94 from Bruno. So it's 0-1 on Bredauer. Ivan from Massachusetts. The family's from Massachusetts. He goes to UCSB. 1 for 4 so far tonight. And 3 runs batted in. Settles in, 6'6", 245 pounds against 6'3", 220 on the mound in Jaden Bruno. McDonald leads at second base. That is just a little high. Took something off that one and just missed the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike on Bredauer. Potters with 6, 7, and 8 coming up in their half of the ninth inning. That ball's fouled into the glove of Luke Lavin, so it's 1-2 at 94 again by Jaden Bruno. Connor Sharpio is scheduled next. I don't think that's him on deck, but it might be. That is just inside for a ball. 2-2. It's Travis Sanders on deck to bat for Connor Sharpio. Here's the 2-2 coming up from Bruno. Fastball misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the ninth. Healdsburg leads at 5-1. That's in the dirt, ball 4. Nice block by Lavin as the runner from second. McDonald thought about going to third, but he's going to stay at second base. So 2 walks and a strikeout here in the ninth, and that'll bring up the pinch hitter Travis Sanders out of Copperas Cove, Texas, and Texas Tech University. Sharpio was 1 for 3 while he was out there today. A couple of strikeouts and a base on balls. And here's Travis Sanders. 2 on, 1 out here in the ninth. Swinging and a foul to the catcher's glove at 95 miles an hour. Sanders at 156 so far this season. Hits that one sharply out toward short to second for 1. They're going to try to get a double play in. I believe they do. 6-4-3 Potters. So the double play ends the top of the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Healdsburg leads at 5-1.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the ninth, Potters trail at 5-1. Brian McBroom is the new pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. We are scrambling to get as much information on Brian, and it's his 10th appearance of the season, 11 innings pitched. He is 1-0, no ERA so far. Has 1 save, 15 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's only given up 7 hits. So Brian McBroom, out of Antioch, California, University of New Mexico, will come on, and he will start us off by facing Ben Higdon, Patrick Herrera, and Luke Lavin. McBroom, the right-hander, finishing up his warm-up tosses, and that ball goes down to second base, and we are ready to go here. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Potters down 5-1. Bruno with the strikeout, a couple of walks, but got the nice double play. A couple of really nifty double plays turned by the Potters in this one. But they trail at 5-1, and here's Ben Higdon. He struck out twice. He's grounded to second. Out of Paducah, Kentucky, Mr. Ben Higdon against Brian McBroom. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Ben. That's a chopper out towards shortstop. Russell comes in, has it on the run, guns it across the diamond, and he's out at first base by a smallest margin. He is out at first base. Russell with a very strong arm at shortstop gets Higdon for the first out. That brings up Patrick Herrera. Fly to right, a fly to left, and a ground ball to shortstop for Patrick in this one. He's been 5 for 8. He's homered in his last 2 ball games against Healdsburg yesterday and Walnut Creek on Sunday. Takes a fastball high. That's at 89 from Brian McBroom. Luke Lavin is scheduled next for the Potters. That's a foul ball at the plate. And Lavin is in the on-deck circle, according to my eye in the sky, Mr. Willie Preston. One ball, one strike. Herrera pops that one foul on a breaking ball from McBroom. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the ninth. Fastball misses outside. Evens the count at 2-2 from Patrick Herrera. Out of Mesa, Arizona, and the University of Kentucky. 2-2 coming up. Check swing, pulled it back, and the umpire said he didn't pull it back enough, call strike 3, or else that caught the outside corner, which would be very, very unlikely. Herrera is out on strikes. So Luke Lavin coming up here with 2 outs here in the ninth inning. Luke has a single, has 2 singles in this one. It's a grounder down the first base line, but that's foul. Lined out to left in the third, then singled in the fifth, singled again in the seventh when he had a ground ball that pulled then first baseman Connor Sharpio off of first base, and he beat the throw from the pitcher covering. So he is 2 for 3 so far in this one. Tyler Garrity on deck. 0-1 to Luke. Pops that one foul out of play, 0-2. So the Potters down to their last strike here in this one at McBean Stadium. We thank all the fans for coming out and checking this one out, and all the fans watching on the YouTube channels and on Facebook, thank you for doing so. And subscribe to the YouTube channels to be alerted whenever we go live with the Potters game. Lavin takes that one for a ball, 1-2. Very close take by Luke Lavin. 1-2. One and two to Luke. Breaking ball misses. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lemon swings and misses. Strike 3, and that's your ball game. No runs, hits, or errors in the ninth for the Potters. Final score, Healdsburg wins this one 5-1. Healdsburg's pitchers with 12 strikeouts allowed 7 hits to the Potters. Offensively, they scored 3 times in the 6th on the Brett Hauer home run and then twice by Peyton Schultz, the 2-run home run in the 8th. Kudos to the Potters starting pitcher Colin Riley, who went 5 innings, gave up just 3 hits, struck out 6, and walked 1. But the win goes to the Healdsburg Prune Packers. A reminder, these two teams meet again tomorrow in Healdsburg at 6:05. But we are back here on Friday, a 6:35 first pitch. For now, the Potters will be taking on the Walnut Creek Crawdads, so please join us for that one. We also have a Sunday home game against the Crawdads. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next time on the Stones Radio Networks.